Can you believe it? The pond is on the way. The pond is in the pipeline. It's been basically a lifelong dream. We have talked about it around here. We've planned on it. We've considered several options. We've had a few false starts through the years. But by golly, the big dream pond is going to be in the ground soon. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about it tonight. I hope you'll contribute in the chat. Several of you showing up early. The chat's full of great people over here already, full of anticipation and excitement. And so am I. We're going to have a great time talking about a dream pond. What is a dream pond? It's a pond you've dreamed about having. It's the moonshot. It's that thing that has come into your life slowly with lots of thought, cultivation, effort, relationship building, travel, meeting people, seeing things, learning things. And now it's about to happen, and I'm so happy about it. I was talking with Fish Room Fever today. James, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that, brother. You're in here as a hardworking mod. You got that wrench. You got that membership badge. I appreciate all you do for the River Life YouTube channel. Thank you very much, sir. But I was talking with Fish Room Fever today, and we were discussing a little bit of content for YouTube channels, and I can't wait to build a koi pond playlist. I said build koi pond in my mind, fireworks again. Yeah, we're going to build a pond, but I want to build a playlist for you guys to follow along with the build. This live stream is going to be part of that playlist. We're going to have the first conversation we had together since the signing of the contract for the pond build. It's going to be in the playlist. Then we're going to follow along. We're going to build the pond. We're going to stock the pond. We're going to enjoy the pond. We're going to do updates on the pond, enhancements on the pond, maybe expansions on the pond. But I'm going to build a pond playlist because, first of all, I love it. Second of all, I'm a YouTube creator. It's natural for me to want to make content out of the things that I love. And when I do, every time I do, you guys come through with that amazing support and encouragement. Thank you in advance for supporting this project. Thank you for supporting the project thus far in so many ways, both known and unknown. You River Life art collectors, this project could not have happened without you. A project would have happened. We would have had a pond, but the pond is happening now because of your support by purchasing the River Life art in our Facebook auctions on Friday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every super chat, every AdSense revenue stream that's been generated through the River Life channel, every thumbs up, every positive comment, every hand that I've shook along the way, all are a part of this pond build. You're all in it. It's basically our pond, but it's in my yard. I get to look after it every day. Just getting the ice broken tonight. We've got a super chat already from Lefty3213A, $1.99 with the super sticker indicating that, in fact, Lefty is here. Thank you very much for your super sticker, Lefty. I appreciate that. And once again, congratulations on taking the checkered flag, arriving first in chat tonight. And your words, you either sleep through them or you're here early. I'm glad you're here early tonight. I've got some excellent mods showing up in the chat here. Kaler's Aquatics, thank you for being here. The Zen Ginger is here. Thank you so much, Mandy, for being here. I appreciate all that you do in so many ways. I hope you heard my thank you to the River Life art collectors, of which you are the princess. Lefty3213A not only collects the art, but sent me a care package of art supplies. Keep making art. Wonderful group of people we're hanging out with here, in case you didn't know. Speaking of art collectors, I see Ginger Graves in the chat. Also a channel member sporting the beautiful koi avatar by her name over there in chat. Thank you so much, Ginger, for all you do supporting the River Life YouTube channel and this pond build that is basically underway. We've got the project is started. The ground hasn't been broken yet, but the project is underway. We've got Moonstone Aquatics, Priscilla MK, both members. Thank you guys for being here. Your support has made this project possible. I am so happy to have the pond of my dreams coming to my backyard. I'm going to share it with you. Don't you worry about that. Candy Overhauls is here. Supermod. Thank you, Candy, for being here. I appreciate all of your help, keeping everything organized and straight, always with a kind word. Very appreciative of the community building effort that we have, not only on the River Life YouTube channel, but throughout FishTube. Thank you, Candy, for all you do. I'm going to bring you this project. I'm going to be happy about doing it. It's not going to be one of those, oh man, I have to make another video about the pond. It's going to be like, oh guys, you're not going to believe this. I can't wait to share this with you. Look what happened today. I mean, there's going to be digging and rubber liners and rocks and water and koi. It's going to be great. What else could you want? Candy Overhauls with that River Life Etsy page, River Life Art on Etsy. Not too late to support the project. Thank you very much in advance for checking that out. Melissa Jeswald here, dropping a $5 super chat with the sweetest, kindest remark. You're a terrific guy. Well, thank you very much, Melissa Jeswald. You are a terrific person yourself. I appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for your positivity. Every time I see you in chat, always encouraging, participating, encouraging. And so thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I just looked and saw Jesse's here from HC Aqua. Great to have you here, HC Aqua. Jesse and I have become recent pen pals. We exchange cigars and stickers in the mail. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for being here, buddy. And we look forward to meeting each other in person one day and smoking a cigar, either here in East Tennessee, the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, or over there in Honolulu, Hawaii. Beautiful koi in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. And if I ever got to see Jesse's guppy garden, that would be really cool. So beautiful that a photo he submitted in the Project Posilia contest won Best in Show. Congratulations again, Jesse at HC Aqua. I was very happy to send you a painting, piece of River Life art, original art, for your victory in the contest. That fish was amazing. Photograph is still up on the Facebook page, Project Posilia. You guys will not be disappointed if you go check that thing out. Cooley Kev is here. I'm looking at some names here. I'm not trying to name everybody, so please don't be offended if I miss your name. Pegasus Arena is here, new to the fish fan, but man, has she jumped in there with both feet to encourage people, to cheerlead, to give pats on the back. Thank you so much for being who you are, Pegasus Arena. Dragon Lair is here early in the chat. Glad to see you over there as always. We're going to talk about this pond. Someone asked, Dragon Lair, I think you asked if there were going to be blueprints involved in tonight's conversation. No. There's some show and tell, though. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be some show and tell. I'll tell you what I do have. Since you mentioned it, Dragon Lair, this is an awesome sketch, okay? I love this. This is the quintessential napkin drawing, and it captures everything. Feast your eyes on the pond by the existing steps and notice the stream running down to the pond and the location of the skimmer and the proximity of the pond to the patio. This is a wonderful, wonderful sketch. Remember this sketch, okay? Oh, that's what it is? Just wait. You're not going to believe it. I've seen the work of this pond company. We're going to talk about that. You're not going to believe it. This contractor walked the property with me, and before he left, he was finishing my sentences. He got the dream. He saw the vision. He's on board with making this spectacular and beautiful beyond my comprehension. I feel so good about this. It's going to be wonderful. And listen, I've mentioned ponds. If you've been following along, I'm not shy about talking about ponds. I spoke to some of the best pond contractors in the world. Now, all of them were based in the United States, but some of them certainly did their fair share of international projects because I knew what I wanted, and I knew who was delivering. I knew who was finishing a project that met the vision in my mind's eye. Years ago, Riverwife and I had it was an honor, pleasure to visit Aqualand in Chicago, St. Charles, Illinois, Greater Chicagoland. That is the headquarters for Aquascapes, Inc. You may be familiar with Greg Whitstock, the pond guy. That's his company that he built from the ground up, starting off as a young teenage turtle keeper. He loved turtles, built ponds in his backyard, and solved pond problems throughout his young adulthood, and started a company from the ground up, and now is the only manufacturer of pond equipment in the whole world that actually installs ponds. So here's a big point. I want you guys to get this point. I can build a pond. You can build a pond. And we could do a doggone good job at it too. We understand something about fish keeping. We can transfer that into make sure the elements that we know are necessary for fish health and enjoyment get transferred into the build. Because Aquascapes, under the close eye, I mean, Greg Whitstock is a hands-on guy, company owner, I guess CEO. Because he manufactures the project or the product and installs it, he's very concerned with the performance of the product. He's going to be out there pressing the flesh, meeting and greeting, seeing the people as they enjoy their pond. And he doesn't want to sell an inferior product that when he leaves, the people don't want to see him again. So he puts a lot of pride in his work, the research, the development. And then once he figured it out and he knew he was onto something, he expanded it to not only first-rate construction features and manufactured product specs that work for the long haul, that keep the pond healthy, keep the fish healthy, keep the customer happy. He recognized that he wasn't so much selling pond features and fish and plant. He was selling a lifestyle. People were buying peace of mind, relaxation, stress-free zones, de-stressing zones. He was building ponds that incorporated the owner's lifestyle into the pond. It wasn't a pretty picture. It was a part of their life. So if you look at any Aquascape Inc., that's the name of Greg's company. If you look at any of their material, their brochures, they always, nearly every picture of major feature is a lifestyle piece, whether it's Adirondack chairs on a flat rock by the pond, or if it's the pond coming right up to the patio, or if it's a feeding area where kids can wade into a shallow area of the pond to feed the fish, or sit on a flat rock and dangle their feet in the pond and have the koi come up and interact with them. Always there's a lifestyle piece. So Riverwife and I met Greg at Aquatic Experience. He was very kind enough to do a little interview, one of my first interviews on YouTube as a fish tuber, and it's still a video. You can look through my catalog of work and find Greg Whitstock, the pond guy at Aquatic Experience, speaking to me. He invited Riverwife and I over to Aqualand, which is amazing. It's the Google style workplace of pond installers. Really amazing. Indoor soccer, indoor basketball, indoor volleyball. Crazy. Indoor pond displays. The ponds the kits that he sells, they're built, they're decorated, they're priced, they're lit. You just walk. It's a warehouse. It used to be a warehouse. Now it's a beautiful pond garden on the front end, an all glass wall, and you look out and see a 1 million gallon koi pond. I'm not making this up. It's really outstanding. So you're mesmerized. And when you talk to Greg, you see the facility, you start to understand the product. The work ethic is overwhelming. You talk to any of the people there at Aqualand, Greg, any of the staff, and all of their certified aquascape contractors, the CACs that are all over the world. The mantra is they love their job. Okay. I don't have to explain to you what that means. They're not drawing a check. They're not having to get up in the morning and go build another pond. They love their work because they know when they're finished, they've enhanced someone's life. When they leave, someone's life is better. That's their job. And it just so happens they achieve that by installing ponds. So all of that to say this, I started understanding the mechanics of the pond build, studying how they do it. They've got material, all kinds of resources online. I was looking at how they did this, how they cared about the ecosystem of the pond. It wasn't an afterthought, it was a forethought. Ed Ballou, the pond professor, does a wonderful block of instruction on what is an ecosystem, and then right into how they achieve that with an artificial water feature or a pond that's installed. I have a backyard now, flat area, hill, grass. That's going to change. Learning the aquascape system, knowing the aquascape people, I got it. This wasn't a landscaper's installation. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, a beautiful pond is a beautiful pond. But when you know that your pond contractor has first considered the ecosystem, you have a little bit better feeling. I do as a naturalist and a fish keeper. You got a little bit better feeling about what the end product may look like. And what Greg knew early on from keeping turtles as a teenager was a green pea soup in your backyard is no fun. It looks like a bug-infested swamp. Your neighbors don't like it, your wife doesn't like it, or your mom doesn't like it. Very important for Aquascape Inc. to deliver a product that is not that. And they have figured it out. And you wouldn't believe, I'm not going to tell you, you can go look for yourself, the techniques, the extent, the length that they go to ensure the pond is healthy once they leave it to your ownership to enjoy. Meeting Greg years ago, going through that experience changed my whole view. So now it's changed my life to some degree. Thanks, Greg. Cheers. So I understood. Yeah, I think when I go forward with the pond, that's going to be the way to go. Even if that means I have to push the time frame out a little bit. You know, I have to work out all the fiscal and physical things, the calendaring, and the time frame, the property. Not so much zoning, but when we lived on the river, there were so many predators at ground level. I would have had to protect any pond I put in, like Fort Knox, and it would have been difficult for me to enjoy that lifestyle element of the pond. So when Riverwife and I moved here to Mountain Home, Tennessee, it was like hearing angels sing. Oh yeah, this is going to be the place where we can have our pond. So I would see Greg Whitstock and the Aquascape guys at all of the fish events that I would travel to. And I started to ask Greg, when are you going to build my pond? Well, you know, a couple of weeks ago, you may or may not know this, Greg and a team of his excellent CACs built Shaquille O'Neal's pond. They just finished the big Shaq pond. It's a big deal. What a pond. Amazing. So I recognized that the River Life pond wasn't going to be real high on the marketing team list over there at Aquascape Inc. But, you know, still worth an ask. So Greg and Ed over there at Aquascapes, they weren't able to schedule me right away, if you know what I mean. I wasn't too heartbroken, but I would have been remiss not to have asked. So I filled out the form. I got my ducks in a row, ready to go. Now's the time. Let's see how we can make this happen. Went to the Aquascape. This isn't paid, by the way. Greg has no idea I'm saying this. There's no compensation from Aquascapes in any way. I've met the man. I've been to the place. I believe in the product. I've compared it to others. I've talked to a number of pond contractors. I've selected one, contracted with one. And the reason I chose the one I did started with the information I'm sharing with you now. Went to the Aquascape website and found a form. Very simple, 5 seconds to fill out. Basically, you give them your contact information with your location, and they send that to every CAC, certified aquascape contractor in the region around me. So I sent them my information. They sent that information to the CACs. I started getting phone calls, emails. Fantastic people. I only need one pond. I only need one contractor. So now here I am with the cream of the crop. How am I going to make my selection? Fish Room Fever dropping a $2 super chat saying, here's $2, saving the rest of my money for, oh yeah, James. Oh, you're going to look good in the pond. I swear you are. Chattanooga Ed says, tomorrow's River Life auction, $2. Thank you for the super chat, Chattanooga Ed, $2. Fish Room Fever, $2. Thank you so much. So it's down now. I've got to contact the CACs. Had a wonderful conversation with all of them. And I mean, I was very far along the learning curve before we got in touch with each other. So it wasn't so much educational as it was, I know what you do. I know how you do it. I like it. These contractors actually have YouTube channels. I was able to go through our platform, check out some of the work. No surprises. Beautiful. Award-winning in some cases. My goodness. Outstanding. So I'm talking, I want to hire them all. I want a pond. Okay. So here was the deciding factor became schedule. I've waited all my life. I'm an old man. I'm not getting any younger. I want a pond. I've got a place to get the pond. I want it yesterday. And if you can't get it yesterday, tomorrow will be fine. So one contractor, these guys are excellent pond builders. This is pond building season. In the weird condition of the things in our nation and the world right now, home improvement is on the rise. The home improvement guys are busy. So I wasn't surprised that no one could build me a pond tomorrow. But in talking to these wonderful CACs who do immaculate and award-winning work and just care so much about the customer and the conversation, I wish you guys could have been a part of the conversations I had. Absolutely wonderful. It was similar to having a conversation with the owner down at the local fish store that you'd been a part of for years. It was that very same vibe, and I appreciate it very much. But at the end of the decision-making process, one contractor could build in July, one contractor could build in August. I picked contractor that could build in July. Happy that I did. Everything worked out just fine. I'm sure it would have worked just fine, and I would have had a wonderful pond to share with you guys in August. I didn't want to wait till August. I wanted to build in July. So that's how the cookie crumbled. That said, I want Fish Tank Barn with a $2 super chat. Congrats on the pond rack heading to bed. Thanks for dropping in, Mike, at the Fish Tank Barn. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. Sweet dreams to you. I hope you have koi dreams. And you'll check back in with us often, because I'm going to be talking about this pond for a little while. Okay, so if I can fold this paper, that's going to be difficult. I just want to show you. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that very well to show you the. Are you guys familiar with the VivoSun USB air pump? I just got one of those. I don't know how it's going to work. Here's the logo. I want you to see this logo of my pond contractor. Out of the Knoxville area, it's Pond Country. Pond Country, kind of a cartoon frog and a Pond Country logo. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it online. I do encourage you to check out Pond Country. My buddy Tim over there at Pond Country is going to build my pond. Pond Country, I know, has a YouTube channel, and they've got not a huge YouTube channel. They've got a pond project on their YouTube channel, though, that's absolutely enormous. Basically a pond redo. And by redo, I mean redo. It's not a refurb. Take down everything that's there, rebuild it beautifully. It was pretty impressive. My pond is not going to be that big. But Tim called, texted, came by the house, actually had built the pond in the greater area here, invited me over, met the owners. Are you surprised that the owners were as excited after he finished their pond as I am about getting one? So nice. Those people are so sweet. And they were telling me all the benefits they were already getting from the pond, how relaxed they were, how at the end of a stressful day, they can just sit down on their patio and that waterfall just takes their troubles away. I mean, it was like music to my ears. Here it is. You hear the marketing info from the installers, and you believe it, but it's what they're saying to sell another pond. When you hear the owner who's just laid out the cash, not have any buyer's remorse, but why didn't I do this sooner? That was amazing. And the pond that I walked around, brand new, I mean, hasn't grown in yet, the water hasn't settled yet. Was it green? No, it was a little stained, but I could count the fish in the bottom of the 3-foot pond. And that was what they would call dirty water. That's on its way to becoming crystal clear because of the system that they incorporate. We're not going to talk so much about the system. That's for another video. Tonight, we're not going to talk about it. When my pond clears out, I'm going to show you how clear it is, and then we're going to talk about why. Not an accident. And if you've seen ponds that turn pea soup and look like a bug-infested swamp, you know what I'm talking about. This isn't going to happen. Danican Aquatics with a $10 super sticker. Big old hippo. Yeah, getting down to business with the thumbs up, turning that hat back around. Got some go in him. Way to go. Thank you, Kenny, for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Listen, I saw this pond, walked around it, looked at the plant. The plants haven't grown in yet, but I noticed them. There's one, and they're everywhere. Tucked in here, tucked in there. So natural. I mean, tons of river boulders. We're not talking about stacked slate or flagstone or a lot of pea gravel. We're talking about boulders. Big, heavy equipment had to move these things, boulders. And it actually looked, in the Smoky Mountain National Park, if you've ever had the pleasure of being there, the most visited national park in the entire national park system, this huge boulder, first of all, your mind is blown. How did these enormous boulders get on top of a mountain? And then your mind doesn't care anymore, because look what they do when they get here. They cause that mountain stream to bend around, and there's a little waterfall here, a little trickle over there. And so, I mean, my expectations are very high because I grew up in these mountains. I know the beauty of a mountain stream. And when I see this artificial pond, I'm like, wow, I mean, you kind of nailed it. There didn't used to be any water here. It was a lawn with the grass and a flat spot, and just like my yard, and a little hill. And now these huge mountain boulders have been placed. Excavation has happened, the boulders placed, and then the boulders have been packed in place as if they're grown in. They're not stacked on top of the ground. It looks as though they've been there for years. Oh, I'm so excited. So Tim at Pond Country gave me the tour, just smiled. I said, you know, a big part of this pond build is going to be my YouTube content. Am I going to be able to, to film you along the way? He said, heck yeah. Look forward to it. It's going to be a big collab. We're going to have a great project when we're finished. Well, can I get you to say a few things now in front of this pond? Yeah. And I said, well, and here's a spoiler alert. You're going to see this in an upcoming video. I said, Tim, it seems like when you're finished with the project, you're leaving the owner with more than just a hole in the ground that you've dropped a liner in, stacked some rocks around, and filled it up with water. It seems like you're leaving more than that when you're finished. How would you describe your finished product? Now, I'm not going to tell you how he answered. I want you to tune into that video. And I mean, your expectations are going to be met. You already have an idea. And so he said that. We turned around and the owners had come to the patio. And so I asked the owners, I said, he had given me some information. I took one of his points and I said, do you experience this? Absolutely, they did. Every day. Not an accident. He's not making that up. That's not something that happens over at that other pond he built. It's happening right there where he said it did. I can't wait until that's my experience. And it will be soon. So right now, that little sketch that you saw, it's basically a reminder. Tim and I walked the backyard. He had a white can of white spray paint in his hand. We walked the backyard and he drew on my grass where that pond is going to be. Where would you like your waterfall? He said. And I said, I want it right here. That's going to come down right toward the patio. It's going to be in the major part of our view shed from inside the house. He took his little paint can, as if it were a magic wand. He painted squiggly lines on my grass. And he said, that's where we're going to put your waterfall. You're going to have a 25-foot stream. And we're going to pack boulders in there, and it's going to be cascading waterfalls all the way down into your pond. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. He said, and this one and that one, we're going to put a little light under those waterfalls. So at night, the waterfalls they're going to do their waterfall thing, but they're going to have a light behind them. You're going to really appreciate that at night. It's going to be a 24/7 pond. Holy cow. I'm going to have to slow down here. Oh, man. I was just seeing it. I knew he was seeing it the way that I wanted it to happen. I've dug ponds. I've done the pre-form liner. I've done the free form with the soft liner. I've had bogs. I've put tropical fish in the ground just to see what would breed. A lot of them did, by the way. Seasonal tropical fish breeding was easier outdoors than it was indoors at times. But this thing, the custom, why not? Here's what I'm going for. Here's the product that I'm in pursuit of. A Appalachian garden. That's the fusion of Japanese culture and Appalachian culture. And we're at about the same geographical latitude, altitude. So a lot of that culture can be intermingled. So, excuse me. I'm thinking large, flat tabletop rocks in the garden, not necessarily on the pond, in the garden, Japanese maples, mountain laurel, rhododendron, Japanese black pine trees, bonsai trees here and there, a zen space, if you will. The koi, definitely Japanese. And so Appalachian, he said, I like that. I'm going to use it. And I said, feel free. Go ahead, use that. Let's make it happen right here. He said, it's going to happen. One feature is this a feature rich pond. I mean, I can't tell you all the features tonight, but one feature the pond is going to have. Currently, I have like pavers, concrete stepping stones, a little path from the patio around to it goes around to the driveway, but straight to the steps, the stairs that you saw in the sketch, up the elevation to a little seating area. The little stream is going to go beyond the seating area. So if you happen to go up, you're still going to be right there. The stream is going to make a curve. It's amazing. Removing those pavers from the patio to the steps, the stairs, replacing it with a large flat rock that the water comes right up against. So you can sit on that rock, put your feet in the shallow water, feed the fish, an interaction area with the pond, 2 steps off the patio. It's going to be amazing. Instead of concrete, artificial pavers on pea gravel, which is nice. It's nice. You'll see as we start releasing footage. It's nice enough already. But to remove those artificial pavers and install a huge boulder, a flat boulder, that now is set in what becomes a Appalachian style garden, is a dream pond. It is making my dreams come true just to think about it. Well, I have so much to tell you. Let me make this stop. So I got a special package in the mail today that's going to help me document the pond build. And it was this guy. That's one of the DJI Mavic Air 2s. I'm going to be doing some drone footage out there at the new pond. We're going to be flying around. I registered this with the FFA today, did my first training flight, and we're going to be in the air. We're going to be the eye in the sky. I love this thing. So much technology. It's a little handful of a drone, but man, so much technology. Going to be bringing that to you. So we're going to get some interesting aerials and aspects of the pond build. And after the pond's complete, I'm not sure. I would have probably eventually got a drone, but definitely having the pond happening, the time to pull the trigger on that drone. Now's the time. We're going to capture this pond build. We're going to make content about that like we've never made content before. So this is my dream pond. If you'll read the description of this live stream, I included just some beautiful verbiage to describe what my heart was feeling. Cooley Kevin just said a weapon of mass production for sure. Absolutely. That was a good one. Thank you. Yeah, Science Gal says she can't wait to see this pond all finished. Can't wait. I'm there. I'm there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to temper myself to stay out of the pond builder's way so I don't slow the progress down. I'm giving you the gist of everything. We've selected Tim at Pond Country to build the pond. He is a YouTube guy. He is content creator friendly. We're going to have a great relationship. I'm going to look to build collabs with him every step of the way and beyond. If he decides he wants to make his YouTube channel stronger, I'm going to support him. I will tell you this, and this copy of the contract I printed off, it cut off, but he wrote at the bottom of the contract, plus 1 free beautiful koi. And he wants me to go down to his retail store near Charlotte, just north of Charlotte. And he's going to have a retail store in Knoxville. Right now, he's just doing the pond building, pond maintenance in Knoxville. And then that's going to be the site of their next storefront. They have 2 storefronts already in North Carolina. I'm going to go down and pick out a koi, beautiful koi. And that'll be another video I can share with you guys. So if you go to the website, the Pond Country website, you'll see like, they use the Aquascape retail fish system, which involves big blue tubs similar to the IBC tubs. They have like 24 of those tubs. It's a big business. So I'm going to go down there and look at every fish and every tub, and I'm going to pick out one beautiful koi, and we're going to bring it back, put it in the pond. Maybe we'll name it Tim. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a naming contest. I don't know, but it's going to be awesome. Someone said, "How much fun?" Yeah, it is fun. Who was that? Moonstone Aquatic, super member over there, said, "How fun, Rack." Absolutely, it is. Jeffrey Watt's been following along. He says Shaq's koi were huge. Yeah, they're 36 inches. Some butterfly, some standard fin. It was amazing. Sand Creek Aquatics 2 said, "Can I come see your pond at River Life and River Wife?" You sure can, at Sand Creek Aquatics 2. And you're not going to have to wait to get here to see it, because I'm going to be making some content. I'm going to be putting up some videos. You're going to see it every step of the way. Barbara Jackson says, "What's your favorite kind of koi?" Hey, I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of the longfin koi. The butterfly koi are awesome. One of my award winners from the Central Florida Koi Show was a longfin tancho. That's the white. This and the on the pin here. That's a kahaku standard fin. The tancho is an all-white fish with an orange spot on the head. And so I found a beautiful tancho that was also longfin butterfly. Outstanding little guy. Won second place. Very proud of him. So I like the butterfly koi. Kujaku is a real pretty fish. I mean, that thing's so colorful. Yeah, it's orange, black, gray, silver, white, different types of scale, the Deutz, the scaleless. I mean, that's probably my favorite fish in my collection right now is a Kujaku. Okay, when I go down to Tim's place and pick one out, he may change my mind and have one prettier. If we're able to go back to the Central Florida Koi Show next year, maybe Kadama Farms is there out of Hawaii. Maybe they'll have a new koi or a new favorite. But right now, I'm going to say Kujaku longfin. And you can look that up as a type of koi, and please feel free to have your own favorite, not just one that I like, because they speak to you differently. It's like art. They are living art. So many palette colors. I mean, yellow, black, blue, gray, orange, red, and then large spots, small spots, like color panels on the side, large blotches that like saddles that go all across the back and down the sides. If you know anything about koi, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, if you've just given koi a cursory look, you know what they are. Give them a little better look. Google koi or YouTube koi varieties. So many wonderful videos on the different varieties of koi. Barbara Jackson says, "Nice. Longfin tanchos are hard to find, but so beautiful. A longfin Kujaku is absolutely gorgeous." So you feel me, Barbara Jackson. That's where I am right now. Kumanrayu, yeah. That's the one. I think, Jesse, is that the one they call the dragon? It changes. Its color changes. You buy it as a small fish, one color, and then it morphs into a completely different color. Is that the one, Jesse? Jesse says he used to have Kujaku. That's cool. So many great people. Yep, sounds like a blast. Definitely on my bucket list, says Priscilla. To come see it when it's done. We should do a fish tube meetup at the River Life Pond. I'm just scrolling through the chat. You guys are so awesome. And I've been so excited about tonight's topic. I've not been following along. Melissa Jeswal says, what about frogs? My pond's always had green and bullfrogs. They could make a racket. Bullfrogs are definite. There are going to be bullfrogs in that pond. The neighbors have a swimming pool, and I think they get a tree frog every now and then, maybe a wood frog, spring peepers. Those are the loud ones. Yes, the green frogs, toads, southern toads. I think we're going to have a full complement of frogs around the pond. And there is a detention pond at the bottom of the hill, down at the other end of the neighborhood. So on a rainy night, if I collected several bullfrogs, I may relocate them temporarily, because I think the tadpoles are in the detention pond every year, and then they'd migrate to new areas. And I wouldn't mind them so much in the pond, but if they migrate from my pond to the neighbor's pool, then, you know, frogs and pool skimmers don't have a really good history. So, yeah, I wouldn't encourage large frogs to hang around in my yard and be tempted to go into the neighbor's yard. But I'm okay with frogs. They're kind of cool. I used to be a frog farmer when I kept poison dart frogs. Those things were amazing. Jeffrey Watts, I am on board with your idea. Jeffrey Watts says, hit up Ohio Fish Rescue. They got too many koi fry right now. I saw that. And I'd love to have a few of those fry just to grow out. You know how it is. You love to raise something of your own. So I think I'll call Big Rich and see if he'll turn loose of some of those koi fry. I'd like to have a few. That's a good idea. Thanks for mentioning that, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. Punchy Paints is here. Thank you so much, Punchy Paints, for dropping in. I appreciate all the hard work you do. And you have a very interesting comment tonight, Pam. I'm not surprised about that, which is fornicating frogs? ? You know, it was Mark Twain who said that he envied the life of a frog. They just sat around the pond all night and talked about sex. That's what Mark Twain said. What else is going on over there in chat with you guys? Bob Kaler over there, he's keeping everybody in line. Thanks for your work, Bob. I appreciate it. Oh, Bob said, oh, precious. And you know what? I thought precious tranquility. Did I see precious tranquility in the chat? Was I seeing things? Candy said that brought her out of emails. A little genuine entertainment. It'll do that from time to time, Candy. Take a break. Precious Tranquility is my purveyor for goldfish that have been stars of my recent content. If you guys haven't seen my Aquarium Chill series, I hope you'll check that out. Watch twice daily for stress. It will really relax you. Those goldfish, those fancy goldfish, they're amazing. I mean, you have to love them. They literally float through the water. It's if they're not even swimming. They're just floating like balloons in the water. It's amazing. Love those guys. Okay. Electrofry said, he also said, I guess we're talking about Mark Twain. This sounds like a Mark Twain quote. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. There you go. How's your day? Better since I ate that live frog. Okay. We've talked about Pond Country being the contractor I selected out of a buffet of wonderful options. The certified aquascape contractors are all over the world. If you want a pond, I recommend one. Again, no compensation for me saying these things. I want to be clear on that. I did my own research. I built my own relationships. I know the people. I trust the people. I want the people to build my pond. And that's where we are after years of research and talking to pond builders and visiting Aqualand not once but twice. I I wouldn't say Greg and I are great friends, but we certainly recognize each other, especially with cameras in our hands doing our YouTube thing. And Ed Ballou, the pond professor, they're great people. They're genuine people. The product is legit. If you don't believe me, watch other people's video. Watch some of these third-party videos of people who have these ponds. And yeah, they do some things with celebrities. Good for them. They earn that. They work their way up the ladder by doing good work for everybody until people who wanted, hey, who's the best? Oh, it's those guys. Well, bring them up here. Let's let them. There's Precious Tranquility. You get what I'm trying to say. Aquascape lifestyle is the best. Yeah, and its lifestyle is that piece. They talk about the aquascape lifestyle. Okay. They build a pond that accommodates and enhances your life, period. That's what happens. Okay. Precious Tranquility has stocked me with goldfish that make exceptional videos, and they don't eat all the plants that you put in a planted goldfish tank. They're wonderful. They're beautiful. They're happy. They used to be my goldfish. For the record, River Wife is lurking. They're now her goldfish. They're not mine. They're hers. She purchased one at the Florida Koi show, and that was definitely hers, but she took over that goldfish tank. That's her tank. And she feeds them in the morning on her way to work and talks to them like they're her children, because they are. And she feeds them and talks to them when she gets home from work. And anytime there's activity in the fish room, she's over there in front of the goldfish. So that's just the way it is. Thank you, Precious Tranquility, for helping us get started on those goldfish. I was looking for some goldfish, and you're the one who came through and got us started. Dr. Black 66 is here all the way from Australia. Just flew in. Man, I bet his arms are tired. Good day to you, sir, and welcome. Great to see you here. We're talking about ponds now. Dr. Black 66 is a bit of a self-styler over there in Australia. He hauled off one time and just dug a hole in the dirt out back and built a pond for his tropical fish. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, have we heard from River Wife yet? Or she's just nodding her head. Yeah, you better straighten that out over there, River Life. I know what's up. It's 11:22. I haven't slowed down for a second. An hour has gone by. Where does time go? It flies when we're having fun like this. So many things I wanted to talk to you about. Most of them I covered. How much did the pond cost? It was a huge investment. It was an investment that I've wanted for a long time. I didn't want it to be a bargain. Wasn't shopping for a bargain. I wanted my dream to come true. It's coming true. It has a price tag. It's going to have a value. When it's all said and done, there'll be some property value enhancement, definite lifestyle enhancement. It has a value. So could I have gotten it cheaper? Absolutely. Can I have cut corners? Yeah, I still could. Do I need a light under my waterfall? No. Is it going to make it more enjoyable? Yes. Give me the light. Could we have had a 6-foot stream instead of a 25-foot stream? Oh, yeah. But the Appalachian garden of my dreams is coming true. So it doesn't matter how much it cost. It was a price that I agreed on that was mutually beneficial to me, my property, my wife, my family, and my contractor. Everybody's happy. So it doesn't matter what the price tag is. And I have a drone to capture some footage. Oh, by the way, let's see. The start date is it on this contract? No, it's on the invoice. But it is prior to July 15th. The start date is prior to July 15th, 4 to 6 day build. depending on weather. So we're going to have 4th of July with no heavy equipment in the yard, burgers on the grill. And then after we get relaxed from our 4th of July holiday, make way for the rock moving equipment, dirt removing equipment, because here it comes. We're building a pond. Looky, we're winding down. Is there anything you wanted to say? You've been a good girl. Did you want to say hello? Can I entice you with a Scooby snack to say hello? Come here. Come here. You love to watch the koi eat out there in the stock tank. I bet you're going to enjoy watching them eat in the big pond too. And she doesn't bother the koi. She loves to watch. She sticks her nose over the edge, just watches them. She wonders what I'm doing. What are you doing looking in that tub of water again, Dad? Come on, I'm right here. Why do you want to look at those fish? Okay, 11:25. I haven't one time mentioned that we're about to go over to the nocturnal feeding at Chattanooga Ed's channel. Chattanooga Ed dropping a super chat earlier. Thank you so much for that. Mods, I hope you picked up the slack if I missed a super chat. I think I caught them all. Now's the time to bring that to my attention if I missed one, because I wasn't paying much attention. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for your positive attitude. It means the world to me. That's why we get together, so we can get along, share information with each other, help each other out. And just, I like for this chat to be part of that Zen garden experience where we just relax. We just come together as friends, gather new information, see what's happening. And that continues over there at the Nocturnal Feeding with Chattanooga Ed on his channel and Fish Room Fever co-hosting that show. Actually, James started the show on his channel. They shifted it to Chattanooga Ed. And what a wonderful piece of community work that is. We all get to go support Chattanooga Ed in his quest to build his YouTube channel. He's trying to get monetized. We need to get him some subscribers and also some watch time. So do go over. You guys are so awesome. I didn't even look. How many people do we have here? How many likes did we get? We got 58 people still watching here. Thank you guys for dropping in. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that. That's like gas in the tank. Tomorrow, I've got a special assignment tomorrow. I'm going to be on the road, so we'll not be able to meet tomorrow. I'm sorry, we won't have an art auction tomorrow. We're going to pick that up again next Friday, but I'll be out of town in the morning and unable to do that. So let's make sure we have a really good time tonight over at the Nocturnal Feeding on the Chattanooga Ed YouTube channel. And we're going to go over there with a hashtag. I hope we can just bombard Chattanooga Ed channel with our presence with the hashtag Dream Pond. I want Ed to know that we've been over here talking about a dream pond at the River Life YouTube channel. And now we want to go over to Chattanooga Ed channel and hear what he's got to say. And if my conversation with Fish Room Fever today was any indication, you will not be sorry that you went ahead and dropped in over there at the Nocturnal Feeding show. But it's 11:28, 60 people in here watching. The hashtag is going to be Dream Pond. We're going to go over there in less than 2 minutes, about a minute and a half. I want to thank all my mods for the hard work. I called several of you out, and if I forgot to mention you, I apologize. Zen Ginger, I love you, and thank you for being here. You're going to love this Zen garden experience that I'm about to build, and I hope you get to see it in person one day. Angela Cross, Riverwife, is here wishing everyone a good night. And remember, those are my goldfish. That's what she said. I'm not saying that. That's what she says. Dr. Black says, oh, got my stuff from Iraq. Thanks. Dr. Black, you're welcome. I regret that it took so long. It has been months in the mail. I'm sorry you had that trouble. I was happy to get that out to you. I'm very honored to have River Life Art in Australia. Thank you for receiving that, Michael. I appreciate you. So, yeah, we're going to see everybody at the feeding with the hashtag Dream Pond. Hit the like on this stream on your way out if you haven't yet. Check out the aquarium chill episodes with my goldfish floating through water like balloons. Watch twice daily for stress is what River Wife says. That's really a cool thing. So let's go ahead and head on over to the nocturnal feeding. I was looking at the Zen Ginger. Thank you so much for posting the link. Right there it is. I'm going to highlight that so I can head over there with you guys. I'm going to drop in right away. Don't know how long I'll be able to stay, but I do look forward to seeing everyone at the nocturnal feeding. That's going to be Chattanooga Ed's channel. If you're not a subscriber over there, make sure you hit subscribe. And always leave a like. That is fuel in the tank for a creator. It means so much. My dreams are coming true because you guys are contributing those positive energies on the River Life YouTube channel, and I appreciate it very much. Until the next time, why don't you guys get out there and see it, love it, and live it?